Hi everyone, welcome to class. And today's class, as you know, we are going to talk about hairstyles. Now, this is an introductory class. There are more advanced hairstyle classes, of course. This is just to give you some of the basics on, particularly on working with a client who may not know exactly what kind of hairstyle they want, may want to change their hairstyle. We have our lovely doll model Melissa today, and she is wearing her summer frock, and she just has her hair down loose. Now, because this is not natural human hair, does not behave quite the same way. So we have different styling aids, styling tools, with wide comb. This is a particular kind of comb with the long tines and then the thinner metal ones inside. This is more your sort of traditional thin brush. So those crows are very loud today. Excuse the crows outside. And then we have a fine comb with a pick on the other end, which is nice for making a part in the hair. And we also have this small brush, can be used for things like the bangs. It has other uses too, like if you have a short section, like at the end of a ponytail or a braid or something, and you just want to brush out the end. And the other side has a very fine tooth little mini comb. This can also be used for the bangs. It can be used on lashes too, if you want to do that, if you're using the same thing for your makeup sessions. Anyway, this works well for the bangs, just gives you a different effect. Now we've got dogs. We've got crows and dogs barking outside. And we have an assortment of these little clips. You can get many kinds of clips, different colors, different sizes. These are rather inexpensive. Plastic ones, of course. You can get metal ones that are coated. We like to use these here at the school because they have the little dots in here which help to grip. So they will definitely stay in place during your styling sessions. You have to be careful to completely release so that it doesn't catch. We've got just a few of these here today. And at your stations you will find these supplies as well, so you can practice after we're done with the demonstration. Alright, so now the textbook for this session, which hopefully you all have got, 100 Perfect Hair Days by Jenny Streep. Most of the styles in here are for long hair. We do have another session working with short and medium hair. Some of these can be done for medium as well. So if you, let's say you had a client come in and they were a bit early, you can just give them a book like this, as well as the typical salon style books. But this is nice because it's a little bit different than you might find. So this particular book The first section is casual hairstyles. All the names are here. We've got the low looped pony, half down looped pony, half up fishtail bun, messy top knot. Anyways, you can see there's 22. I won't read them all. So let's move Melissa down a little bit. Oops. Melissa got stuck on this piece there. Move her down a little bit so you can still see that book. So now, if we have a nice thick long hair, if a client comes in with hair like this, the best thing is, assuming they want to keep the length, don't try to talk them out of the length if that's what they want, but do try to talk them into a trim. They might say no, they don't even want to lose, a half inch. But one aspect and benefit to the trim is it will actually accelerate the growth, and that's something to tell them, to reassure them that their hair will actually grow back faster and it will be healthier as well. You get rid of the split ends. You'll even it out. The hair does not grow at an even rate, so you're always going to get uneven ends, and so the trim makes it look nice and sharp. You'll notice if you see like an actress or somebody on TV with a straight bob or something, it's like razor sharp edges, unless you're going for that messy look, in which case it's very uneven, and that's the point. But you won't see this, you won't see the in between. You're either going for that messy uneven look, or you want a razor sharp edges. Now bangs, or fringes as they call it overseas, I call it fringe. This happens to be a very thick. It looks nicer on the face, however, depending on the thickness and the volume of hair, remember that the more you cut to have thick bangs, the less hair you have over here. So if it's thinner hair, you may want to do a thinner bang if they don't have bangs already and want to add them. Start with the thin one. Make sure you don't lose too much volume here, unless they have like extremely thick hair. You're pretty safe at making a thick bang. So I'm just going to get her brushed out a little bit, since I've been messing with her hair. And now you should each have a little smaller version of a model to work with at your station. They're not all Melissa's, but something you could practice on. I'm just going to give her a little bit of a brushing to start with. I don't want to turn her around because sometimes she falls over. Her hair is actually, it's a little bit of a high-low cut. The back it's a little bit shorter. It's angled longer to the front, which is kind of the Jennifer Aniston look in her Friends days. Usually you don't see it with this full length hair. Usually you see it more of an even cut, but it's kind of interesting that they did it that way. Okay. She has such pretty hair, even for a dog. Alright. So one of the things, if people come into your salon, sometimes they want a look just for a special occasion, and they're willing to put more effort and time into fixing it. And sometimes they just want a general cut to serve them for every day. They're in and out. They're going to work, going to school, whatever it is they do day to day. So let's look at some of the styles that might work for a client like Melissa here. Now here, she does not have the bangs, so we won't look for any. We won't look at the styles that don't have bangs. This is a very youthful book. It's called A Fishtail Bun. And this book is nice because it shows you right on the same page the tools you need. For instance, this is a hair elastic, comb, bobby pins, and a medium hold hairspray. And then it shows you all the steps. This is a low braid. This is called a rope braid. It's 2 segments instead of 3. It's interesting. She could do that. Half up, top knot. Top knot. Half up, top knot. See this a lot. I think Penny wore this look on that show, Big Bang Theory. She changed her hair probably 10 times, maybe 15 times throughout the show. But anyway, that's a cute look. This is really pretty. You need large rollers for that. You can also do it with a curling iron. Waves with the twist. I love this look. It's super pretty. See the way it frames the face. And then you've got the twist back held here. I love that. Naturally curly hair. Oh, this book also tells you what hairstyles, hair types this look is best for. For instance, this one says curly, fine, and wavy hair. Topsy tail pony. This is another Penny look, I think. Good for fine hair, frizzy hair, flat hair. So for Melissa here, it is very flat and fine, but it is thick. So we'll see what might work for her. This is a beautiful kind of a Renaissance look with the braid. Goes to the back. We used to wear these in the 70s. School. Straight, thick, wavy hair. That's super pretty. Headband braid. Twisted ponytail. Fishtail braid. I think the San Francisco Giants has, I think she wears it like this. One of the coaches, I think it's the first MLB female coach, I believe, was the San Francisco Giants. Hired her a couple of years ago, and she wears her hair. She has long blonde hair. And she wears it like that. Topsy tail side braid. That's really pretty. Well, she's really pretty. Fine, straight, or wavy hair. Melissa could probably pull She's head for that. Look, see the ombre effect she's got there. So that was casual. Now we've got out and about. There's the chignon. The pony knot. That's a little tricky to do, but it's a kind of a cool effect. The messy side braid. Sort of a boho chic look. Top braided bun. Look at her eye makeup, it's very nice. Rope braid. Fishtail bun, that can be a good wedding look. See that? Sock bun. Flat iron waves. I see this look sometimes on models. It sort of just looks like you got out of bed and went to work or went to school. To me, that's not my favorite. Mermaid side Dutch braid. This particular book is heavy on the braids, as you can see. It's a really nice, easy way to create lots of different looks is with the braid, especially if somebody doesn't want to do a lot of changes to their cut or a major styling change. You can show them lots of different things they can do with braiding, and sometimes they're just really happy with all the different options they didn't know about before. That's a beautiful ombre look there. Sporty looks. Little tables collapsing here. The messy side pony. That's my everyday. The high pony. You know who does the high pony better than anybody is Ariana Grande. You should look at her hair sometime. The way she does her high pony. It's amazing. The low pony. This is cute. You got the Dutch braid, which is kind of like the French braid and similarly pulls in the hair as you go, but it's along the top. And then it ends in a high pony. It's really cute. There's the classic French braid. There's another style of the Dutch braid. Now we have our dress up. That's cute. Ponytail bow. Actually make a little bow out of the hair. The French twist. That's a classic French twist. Victory rolls. Okay. Oops. Bubble pop. Gatsby waves. There you go. If you want the great Gatsby look. So now we have extra special. Let's see. I think I'm running a little long here. I don't want to use up all the time in this book because we have to give you time to practice. Let's see. All right, so the extra special is the last section, so we'll just go through it quickly. The low twisted updo, that's very pretty casual look. That's gorgeous. Not a faux faux. Crisscross French braid updo, that is very complex. Dutch braid with rope braid updo. Brodart braid. Twisted waterfall braid. Faux hawk. Oh, faux hawk, faux hawk. 3 braided pretzel updo. Not sure why it's called pretzel. It says it's really easy, but it looks really intricate. It's the perfect hairstyle for enthusiasts who have really thick hair and a hard time with updos. When you create 3 braids and tie them into one updo, you reduce the bulkiness of the hair. This hairstyle is also great for mid-length hair, which makes good size pretzels. It is also ideal for straight to wavy hair, so you will see the definition in the braid. This style can be worn casually or dressed up for a fun night out. You have 3 separate braids, and then you tie them together into the little pretzels. It's a pretty wedding look. Infinity bun, that's kind of unusual. You need a firm hold hairspray for that. Now the 5-strand braid actually uses 5 strands of hair. So it's a little tricky. You need some practice and somebody to help you do it. You need a partner since we only have 2 hands. Celtic knot, it's very pretty. So at the end of the book, see, is that the last one? That's the last one. So they do have a section on problems and solutions, such as hair care basics, coloring, shampooing, conditioning, trimming, etc. Fine and oily hair, different kinds of products to use, frizzy or dry hair, flat hair, is how to add volume, thick hair, look at that, my gosh, it's gorgeous. Different hair products such as dry shampoos, silkening creams, elixirs, oils, hairsprays. Women don't use as much hairsprays these days as they used to, that's for sure. But they're still come in handy. do's and don'ts. Coloring advice. Whether you color your hair in the comfort of your own home or get it done at the salon, it's important to know how to take care of your newly colored locks. Here are a few basic tips. Keep washing to a minimum. Every time you wash it, you risk the vibrancy fading a bit. Find the right shampoo. Wash with cool water. Oh, I didn't know that one. To make the vibrancy of your color last as long as possible, use lukewarm to cool water when shampooing and conditioning. I did not know that. Use leave-in conditioners for the best moisture retention. Oh, just fluffing up the carpet again. Using beer in your hair. Beer can be used for flat and limp hair, believe it or not. Coconut oil adds shine and moisture and nutrients. This is treating different hair issues like, is it too sleek and slippery, dry, chemically textured, or frizzy hair? And different tools. You should know all of these, but just talks a little bit about them. Blow dryer with a nozzle. I tend not to use a nozzle, but they're highly recommended in salons. A weaving comb, which is what this one is. I showed you. This is the weaving comb, also known as rat tail or tail. Find two sides and an arrow end. Curling wand or clampless iron. Bobby pins. Wide-toothed comb. Diffuser. It's good for wavy and curly hair. A regular curling iron and a regular comb. As well as flat iron. Hair padding. This can be used to add height and volume in certain styles. Rounded brush, paddle brush, a fringe pin, a pin curl clip, sock pin donut, and then there's the glossery. So, did you see anything that you thought would look especially good on Melissa? I didn't see a lot of styles that the models had bangs, but come to think of it, because I didn't pick in advance what we were going to try on her. I just thought I would see something that we could do. But nothing really jumped out at me. Let's see. We could try the side braid. Maybe something like that. do you guys think? This twisted pony's kind of cool. If that would work for her. See if we can do this one. Separate the hair on one side of your head into 2 sections and make a rope braid along your hairline. Page 20 is how to make a rope braid. Okay, rope braid just basically turn, twist. For this rope braid technique, you connect the hair as you work down the side of the hairline. Every time you do a twist, incorporate some hair from above or below. Continue until you get right behind the ear and secure the ends with an elastic. Repeat on the other side. Gather all the hair left out of the rope braids and create a low ponytail. Secure with an elastic. Take a 1/4 inch section of hair from underneath the ponytail, wrap it around the hair elastic, and bobby pin the ends into the bottom of the ponytail. That last part just gives it a little extra touch so you see the hair wrap around instead of the elastic. I think I forgot to bring an elastic. Let's see. Alright, Melissa. See what we can do. And turn you to the side a little bit. Okay. You're pretty well combed out. I think, why did I forget to bring an elastic? Well, we'll get started at least, and then you guys can, you should be able to, you should have the elastics at your stations. Don't forget to take a break. You can do that now or before you start. Yeah, we've got some cookies, I think. Some iced tea. Sometimes I'm tempted to trim her hair because, as you can see, it's very uneven at the ends. But I'm afraid I'll mess it up and it won't grow back. Alright, so we're going to use this to section off a piece here. Again, your hair is very thick. It does tend to tangle, so be careful. Don't want to tear. This is a bit thick. Alright, I've got a section here. Shoot, it's already tangling a bit. I'm going to divide this now. Do the wrapping twist, as they said. Pulling in a little bit of the hair each time I wrap it. Hope she doesn't fall over. So, are you guys enjoying classes so far? Now I started doing a braid. Alright, looks like I'm just doing a braid being a very good pupil today. All right. Just, it's nice in the front here. Excuse me. But then I kind of messed up. I started doing a regular braid instead of the twist. All right, let's take that out. I wonder how she would look with the sort of 70s style braid where you take a little bit from here, braid that. Let's try that. This is what we used to do when we were, my sister and I, maybe 6th grade, 7th grade, 8th grade. Was a popular look. Do a little braid like that. Shoot, I can't believe I forgot no rubber bands. So we've got a nice little braid right there. And I will use one of these clips to hold it for now. Just use that, hold it in place. And then we'll do the same thing over here. Basically, it's a nice way to kind of get a little bit of hair off your face. And it frames your face nicely, and then the back is really pretty because you have the braids coming together. So I'm going to do the same thing on this side. Now, if you have hair extensions, or if your client, hair extensions are more and more popular, and it used to be just, you know, movie actors and people on television, and, you know, performers that would get the hair extensions because they were very expensive and time consuming. But more and more women are getting them just every day. So it's something to think about if you're like, if your hair is very thin and you want just a thicker feel to it. So it doesn't always have to be length. It used to be just mostly about length. But now it can be just to add volume, different things, and you can do with extensions, different ways they can be used. So I've got now the little braid here. So what you would do then is pull them together, and since I, once again, don't have the rubber band, I'm just going to use the little pink clip to show you. Just imagine the rubber band or a decorative band. It doesn't have to be a rubber band. This is a little bit low. Actually, it would be more like to be up here. Tie back up at the top, and then it would be loose down below that. I don't know how well you can see that. It's getting a little bit dark. And let's get her turned back around. Fortunately, her knees do not bend, so she doesn't turn around that well. Probably should get a different hair model, but I just like Melissa because she's very sweet. So you can see how it's changed that look a little bit, and just pull back. Gives it a little bit more jaunty look. It's kind of can be very romantic too, and you can put flowers if you want, like in the braids, or a thin ribbon. Weave a thin ribbon into the braid. You can take this the next strand if you want, and make a little bit of a tiny braid here. That's another thing I think we used to do, is just take a little bit of the hair from the front and just do a quick braid, pretty snug. Braids can also have different looks depending on how tight you make them. You can make them loose or very neat, tight, and crisp. Just depend on your mood and what the effect that you want. This one I'm going to do fairly tight. This is a cute, youthful look to have one tiny strand braided down the front. Oftentimes you put a little, let's say a little dried flower, or you can even put like a little tiny strip of, I don't know, a little ribbon, those very thin ribbons you can buy, with maybe a bead on the end or something. So you can see how long her hair is. Very, very long braid. Alright. So, then I would tie it off here if I had a rubber band, which I don't. I will get another clip just to hold it in place. And you have the cute look, just a little loose braid going down the side of the face. Usually if you do this in conjunction with the braid in the back, you would not do the other side as well. This is a case where you do not want the symmetry. The symmetry is in the back. This is like just a little added twist, a cute detail. So I think that is it for our demonstration. I'm sorry we didn't get a full styling. It's my fault. I forgot some of our supplies. But I think you got enough of the idea. Different things you can do, and if you didn't have a chance to get your book yet, make sure to pick up a copy. I think you'll really enjoy it, and for yourself, for your friends, and one day for your own clients. So go ahead and take a little break, and then you can get to work and run your own models at your workstations and see what kind of design